Have you ever wondered why, despite countless prayers, your feelings for a certain person just won't fade away? You've pleaded with God, asking Him to take away the emotions, to help you move on. But instead, they linger deep and persistent, almost like an echo that won't fade. What if I told you it's because God has a divine purpose for those feelings? Yes, that's right. God is not removing your feelings for someone because He wants you together as partners. Not just any partnership, but a partnership designed in the heavens, woven with threads of purpose, destiny, and divine alignment. This isn't about fleeting emotions or temporary attractions. It's about a connection rooted in something far greater than we can comprehend, a partnership that reflects His glory and accomplishes His will. You see, when God ordains a connection, it is not based on the shifting sands of emotions or the fragile desires of the heart. It is anchored in purpose. Your feelings are not a mistake. They are signals, divine breadcrumbs, leading you toward a greater plan, a higher calling. They are not random or accidental. They are intentional, crafted with the wisdom of the one who sees the end from the beginning. Consider Adam and Eve. God didn't create Eve randomly or as an afterthought. She was designed intricately, specifically to be Adam's partner, his helper, uniquely crafted to complement and complete him. Their union was not just about companionship. It was about fulfilling a divine mandate, stewarding creation, and reflecting God's image together. Their connection was purposeful, strategic, and sacred. Sometimes God allows feelings to linger because He is doing a deeper work within you. He's growing something beyond the surface: faith, patience, resilience, understanding, and a heart capable of loving. The right way is aligning both of you, preparing your hearts, shaping your characters, and refining your spirits, so that when the time is right, you'll fit together seamlessly, like pieces of a divine puzzle. But here's the key. Don't rush ahead of God. Just because the feelings are strong doesn't mean the timing is right. Remember David. He was anointed king long before he wore the crown. There was a process, a journey filled with trials and triumphs, victories and valleys. God used that time to prepare him for the throne, to shape his heart, and to build his character. The same applies to relationships destined by God. So what should you do with these persistent feelings? First, pray for clarity, not just release. Often we ask God to remove feelings when we should be asking Him to reveal His purpose. Pray, Lord, what is your purpose for this connection? Show me your heart. Help me see beyond my emotions to understand your plan. Second, focus on becoming the right person. Instead of obsessing over whether they are the one, invest in becoming the person God has called you to be. Growth is not just about waiting for the right person. It's about preparing yourself to be the right partner. Let God work in you, refining your character, strengthening your faith, and aligning your heart with His. Third, trust God's timing. If it's meant to be, no force on earth can stop it. No delay, no detour, no obstacle can hinder what God has ordained. And if it's not meant to be, God will gently redirect your heart, closing doors that were never meant for you and opening new paths that lead to His best for your life. Romans 8:28 reassures us, and we know that in all things, God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. Your feelings are part of all things. They are not outside the realm of God's care and sovereignty. He sees your heart, your tears, your hopes, and your fears. He is working, even when you don't see it, weaving every thread into a tapestry of grace and purpose. So today, instead of fighting those feelings, surrender them. Lay them at God's feet, not with frustration or desperation, but with faith and trust. Say, Lord, I trust you, whether this is for now or for later. I know you're working it out for my good. I surrender my heart, my desires, and my future to you, because when God writes the story, it is always beautiful. His timing is perfect, His plans are flawless, and His love is unfailing. Trust in Him, and watch how He turns your waiting into a testimony of His faithfulness. If you've been praying, crying out to God for your relationship, Know that He hears you, He sees your heartache, and He understands your longing for restoration. Sometimes the separation is not a sign of failure, but a divine setup for something greater. God is working behind the scenes, orchestrating events, shaping hearts, and preparing both you and your partner for a reunion that will bring glory to His name. Trust that in His perfect timing He will make all things new. There's a powerful truth in Isaiah 43:19 that says, "Behold, I am doing a new thing now. It springs forth. Do you not perceive it? I will make a way in the wilderness and rivers, in the desert, even in the driest seasons." God is at work, creating paths where there seem to be none. He is softening hearts, healing wounds, and aligning circumstances in ways beyond human understanding. You may feel like you've done all you can, but remember, it's not by might nor by power, but by the Spirit of the Lord. When you surrender the situation to God, He moves in unexpected ways. He can turn a simple conversation into a divine appointment. He can use a chance encounter, a message, or even a memory to reignite love and understanding. It's important to hold on to faith and continue to pray for God's will to be done. Pray not just for reconciliation, but for healing, for understanding, and for a renewed sense of purpose in your relationship. God is able to take what was broken and create something even more beautiful than before. Forgiveness is key in this process. Just as Christ has forgiven us, we are called to extend grace to one another. Let go of past hurts, release resentment, and make room for God's love to flow freely between you and your partner. The enemy wants division, but God's desire is unity, and He is more than able to restore what the enemy tried to steal. No one can predict how God will move. It may happen suddenly, or it may take time. But rest assured that He is faithful when you least expect it. When you've laid it all at His feet, He will bring you and your partner back together in a way that will leave you in awe of His goodness and power. Stand firm in His promises, keep your heart open, your mind renewed by His word, and your hope anchored in Christ. He is not finished with your story. What He has started, He will complete, and it will be a testimony of His miraculous power. Believe today that God is working. Believe that He is restoring, and believe that He will bring you and your partner back together in a way no one expects. Keep trusting, keep hoping, and keep walking in faith.